शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। सरस्वतीं नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी। विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः। गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। संधि प्रकरणम. So what is the basic sutra for this? Parasannikarshaha Samhita. Sutra number 1.4.109. So all of you, what you need to do, please check your sutra numbers. When you have already, we have done everything. From there only I am doing the recap. You need to check your sutra numbers, and please let me also know if there is any mistake in the sutra numbers here. Okay. So Parasannikarshaha Samhita. This is Samhita is Adhikara Sutra. This comes in 3 times in the Ashtadhyayi. But because we are looking into the only the Swara Sandhis, hence this is good enough for us. Because in 3 different places, Panini Maharshi explained the sutras. One place Swara Sandhis, in another place Hal Sandhis, in that way. So again he mentions the Adhikara Sutra there. Okay. So basic definition is Parasannikarshaha Samhita. Akshara dvayasya samyogaha sandhihi iti uchyate. And here among this Samhita and Sandhi, there is some technical things are there is. So because we are studied, just I would like to highlight the technical point between Sandhi and Samhita and Samyoga. 1.4.109. So Parasannikarshaha Samhita. So under this rule, here the one shloka is given, very beautiful shloka is there, where the Samhita happens and which are the places. Samhita ekapade nityaha nitya dhatupasargayoho nitya samase vakyetu sa vibaksham apekshate. Sandhi compulsory takes place in the 3 places. What are those 3 places? Samhita means this is Sandhi. Nitya means always happens. Where? Ekapade means within the word. So within the word, when you are joining some letters, what do you mean by within the word? For example, Rama is a Pratipadika is there. Akaranta Pumlingaha Rama Shabdaha is there. There we are adding the terminations, Vibhakti terminations. So when you are adding this Vibhakti termination to this Pratipadika, so both are not a separate words, not even a complete word. So hence when you are joining this Pratipadika, that Vibhakti terminations to the Pratipadika, together becomes the one word. Before you add the terminations, it is not a word, it is not the pada. So what is the definition of the pada? The Panini Maharshi given very beautifully the definition of the pada. Suptingantam padam. Supting, I will type it here, I will tell the sutra number also. Suptingantam padam 1.4.14. So there is a definition for the word. 1.4.14. Panini Maharshi defines the word in Sanskritam. What is that? Suptingantam padam. So when you break the sutra into sutra chedaha, sup ting antam. Sup is a one word, ting is a one word, antam is a one word, and padam. Now let us see what is a sup, what is a thing. The sup is called vibhakti terminations. The first letter is a su, last letter is pa. So hence that is called sup. So simply please make a note if you are taking sup means vibhakti terminations. Sup means vibhakti termination. And for that sutra we are having swajas 4.1.2 anena sutrena ekavimshati 21 sup pratyayah uchyante ete pratyayah pratipadikebhyah agachanti. So as per sutra number 4.1.2, swajas means su aujas is called swajas because the sandhi is taking place, internal sandhi. So you can see this also. It is a tongue twister. See, look at the padacheda, sutracheda. Su aujas. This su aujas, pratama vibhakti terminations. Ekavachanam, dvivachanam, bahuvachanam. Then outshas, dvitiya vibhakti terminations. Tabhyam bis, trutiya vibhakti. Nebhyam vyas, chaturthi vibhakti. Nasibhyam vyas, panchami. Nas os am, shashti. Ni os sup, saptami. So what is the first letter? Su. What is the last letter? Pa. Sup. So hence sup. Sup means, sup is not the last letter. Pa is the last letter. P without a vowel. So hence sup, what is the word? That which is having the termination as an ending, that is called word. Sup. Antam means ending. Similarly, thing. What is the thing? You know this one, thing. So lat lakara starts with a ti, taha, anti. The first is a ti. So how many tenses are there? 6 tenses, 4 modes. Together 10. So atmanepadi and parasmaipadi. So the first letter is a ti, the last letter is ng. So hence thing. So that which is having either ending of the sup or thing, that is called padam. And sometimes we will get the word avyaya. Avyaya is also having the sup sanya. Sup pratyaya is added, and with one more rule, it becomes the avyaya. So all the avyayas comes under the noun related terms. Okay, this is a sup thing antam. So that is a padam. So from where we are coming? Parasannikarshah samhita. So paraha sannikarshah samhita. What is that? Look at here. Samhita ekapade nitya. So within the pada, always sandhi takes place. For example, gach is there, and you are adding the vikarna pratyaya a, then as well as lat lakara termination ti. Unless you add all of them, it is not going to become a word. So hence, whenever you are adding the terminations, sandhi has to be done compulsory. Nitya. So samhita ekapade nityaha. What is the other thing? Nitya dhatu upasargayoho. Nitya means always. Where dhatu plus upasargayoho. We are having the dhatus and we are adding the upasarga. Like ruhu is the dhatu. Prarohati, avarohati, arohati. So wherever it is applies, there we need to do the samhita compulsory. No exception. Nitya dhatu upasargayoho. Then third place, nitya samase. What do you mean? What is a samasa? Samasa means bringing the two words together to make a one word. So that time what we will be doing, except last word, we will be studying, but just information, except the last word, the first words or previous words, vibhakti terminations will be dropped. Example, Dasharatha Putra. Dasharatha Putra. Dasharatha is a one word, Putra is one word. So how you can say Dasharatha Putra means, what do you mean by Dasharatha Putra? Dasharatha Putra means Dasharatasya Putraha. Iti Shashti Tatpurusha Samasam. So Dasharatasya, this Shashti Vibhakti Ekavachanam termination is dropped and Dasharatha and Putra brought together. That is called Samasa. So in the Samasa, after dropping the Vibhakti termination, whatever is there in between, if any Sandhi takes place, we have to do it. Nitya. Then comes Vakyetu, but indeed in the Vakya, in the sentences, Sa Vivaksham Apekshate, not compulsory in the sentences. So in the sentences, it is optional. That depends upon the writer, the author's intention. If author wants to make the Sandhi, author can make it. If author don't want to make the Sandhi, author need not to make the Sandhi. It is up to the author. But within the word, between the Upasarga and Dhatus, in the Samasa, it is a compulsory. No excuse. Okay. Asyaha karikayaha artha ayam. So this is the shloka. The artha meaning is given here. That's what I explained to you. Then here there are a couple of differences are given. Let us see these differences. Samhita tata sandhihi. What is the meaning of samhita? What is the meaning of the sandhi? Let us understand these small differences, minute differences. Samhita tata sandhihi. Samhita tata sandhi. Etau vyakarane vidyamanau dvau prutak vishayau. There are two important words. What is that? Samhita ityukte. Samhita means, ityukte means, varnanam avyavahita rupena uchcharanam. Varnanam avyavahita rupena uchcharanam. That means continuous pronunciation of letters without a gap is called samhita. Neither agama is taking place, not adesha is taking place, not lopaha is taking place. Just bringing together, but there is no space in between the two letters of pronunciation. That is called samhita. Please make a note very clearly. So whenever we do two letters, that is a samhita. Samhita ityukte varnanam avyavahita rupena uchcharanam, without any space. Now what is sandhi? Sandhihi ityukte varna vikaraha. Remember, in sandhi ityukte varna vikaraha. It can be adesha, agama, or lopa, some transformation, some change. There only it is called sandhi. Samhita is joining the two letters without any modification. Sandhi means still joining, but there is some modification is there. Technically very subtle. Now look at the next one. The difference between samhita and samyoga. Samhita tata samyoga. Samhita tata samyoga. Eto vyakarane vidyamane do prutak vishayo. Samhita ityukte, just now we have seen varnanam avyavahita rupena uchcharanam. That we have discussed. Now what is the meaning of samyoga? Samyoga ityukte व्यञ्जनानाम् अव्यवहितरूपेण उच्चारणम्. Vyanjananam, between the two Vyanjanas. Sometimes when you are writing the words, 3-4 Vyanjanas comes together sharing with one vowel. Kutastva kashmalamidam vishame samupastitam. Samu upastitam. Upasti. In the sti, how many are there? Sakara is there, takara is there. So upastitam. So this is called samyoga. Joining the two consonants together without a vowel in between those two consonants is called samyoga. There also there is no modification, but samyoga means exclusively in between the two consonants. So samyoga ityukte vyanjananam avyavahita rupena ucharanam. This is good enough. Now look at samhita tata viramaha. Samhita, now we have seen. What is the samhita? Dvayo varnayoho uchcharanayoho madhye ardhamatrayaha apekshaya nyunam vyavadanam vidyate tatra samhita asti. Samhita, just now we have seen joining the two letters, but in the pronunciation there is a no gap. What he says? Ardhamatrayaha apekshaya nyunam. Not even half matra gap should not be there. That is a samhita. Then what is a viramaha? Yatra ardhamatrayaha apekshaya adhikam vyavadanam asti ut yatra dvitiyaha varnaha eva nasti tatra viramaha. Ardhamatraya apekshaya adhikam vyavadanam asti. More than half matra gap is there. But dvitiya varnaha eva na asti. Afterward there is no varna. That is a full stop. Dvitiya varnaha nasti, because after the comma another word is there. So that word is not going to be joined with this. So it is a full stop. Tatra, because apekshaya adhikam vyavadanam. Ardha matra, more than half matra. Ardha matraya apeksha adhikam vyavadanam, more than the half matra. So hence it is a full stop. So now go back to our this one. So when two letters come closer, what are the three things takes place? Either adesha, substitute, or agama, argument, or lopaha. Lopaha means elation or dropping.
Sorry, I thought there's one more thing, like where there is prakriti subhava, no change.
Yes, prakriti bhava.
That's the fourth, isn't it? There are 4 possibilities, not 3.
There is a 4 possibilities. That fourth one I have not mentioned because we are not doing anything there.
Okay. Okay.
But yes, technically in some of the books it is mentioned. If yes, that is a prakriti, natural. Fourth one is there. Even according to our Samskrita Bharati book, the fourth one is already given. I think I will type that also. That will be better. I will write the fourth one also. Prakriti bhavaha. So this is the fourth one. Okay, these corrections I will do afterwards. So prakriti bhava, yes sir, I brought it the fourth one also. Now these sandhis are divided into 3 groups. One is swara sandhi, the second one is vyanjana sandhi, third one is visarga sandhi. But if you look at the Panini Sutra, there is no specific word given as a visarga sandhi. But our rishis, our great Mahatmas, given the name as a visarga sandhi. That time we will discuss more. So now under the swara sandhis, first one, savarna dirgha sandhi. What is the sutra for the savarna dirgha sandhi? Akas savarne dirgha. I didn't write all the points here. It is your responsibility to everyone to write more notes. What is aka? What is dirgha? Then anuvrutti, achi. Achipare. What are the adhikara sutras? Samhitayam, ekapurva parayoho. So these are the 4 sutras are helping us to understand the Savarna Dirgha Sandhi. Guna Sandhi. What is the main sutra? 6.1.87 Ad Gunaha. Ad Gunaha is the main sutra. What are the Anuvrutti? Achi Pare. Then Adhikaras are coming. Samhitayam Ekaha Purva Parayoho. And Jnatavyam. Jnatavyam means to be noted, to be remembered. What are those? The Guna letters, Adingunaha, and which letters will become the Guna, Ika, and already Ru and Ulru. Oh, the Guna letters of the Ru and Ulru, Urandra Paraha. So these are the 3, 5, 7 sutras. Is it clear? 6177 sutra is Eco Energy. No
Yes.
doubt about that.
Correct.
But from that sutra, only Achi goes as an Anuvrutti to some extent.
Okay.
So the Ashtadhyayi style Panini Sutra, Panini makes the sutras, but within the sutra, if he want to use the any one word in couple of sutras, he says it is going to the Anuvrutti. So he will not mention in every sutra. So that is called Anuvrutti. So here 6.1.77 Eco Energy Sutra, from that sutra only Achi is coming as Anuvrutti, not all the words. So hence only Achi. Then Samhitayam Eka Purva Parayoho. Adeng Gunaha is giving the Guna letters A, O, and Eco Guna Vruddhi. Eco is actually, Eco should be written after 51. I should have written the Urandra Paraha, but just I am going for the this numerical order. So Eco Guna Vruddhi. Ik letters, which are the letters will become the Vruddhi and Guna. Then Urandra Paraha. This Urandra Paraha is helping us to take the Guna letters of the Ru and Ulru. Then next comes the Vruddhi Sandhi. What is the main sutra of the Vruddhi Sandhi? 6.1.88. Vruddhi Rechi. Vruddhi Rechi. This particular font, this Dakara is given separately, but if I change the font, you can see it together. So this is a font variation. This is also correct. Okay. Vruddhi Rechi. Then Anuvrutti is coming At and Samhitayam Eka Purva Paryoha Adhikara Sutras. And please, we have to remember these following sutras. Jnatavyam. Whenever I say here Jnatavyam, we have to remember compulsory while dealing with this particular sutra. When we are dealing this particular Sandhi, even though these are not directly involved, but it helps us to deal the sutra properly. So Vruddhi Radech, Vruddhi letters are given, Eko Guna Vruddhi, which are the letters are becoming Vruddhi, and Urandra Paraha. Here it is helping us to define the Vruddhi letters of the Ru and Ru. Then we have seen the Yana Sandhi. What is the Yana Sandhi? Eko Yanachi. Ikaha Yan Achi Pare is a main sutra. Samhitayam is Adhikara Sutra. What are the other sutras we have to remember here? Yata Sankyam Anudeshaha Samanam, because Eco is also having the 4 letters. Yan also is having the 4 varnas. Which varna has to go with which varna? There may be a doubt. So Yata Sankyam, as per order 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1 goes, 2, 2 goes, 3, 3 goes. So that is given by Panini Maharshi. Otherwise, different people may come, they will start arguing the things. So to stop all those arguing, Yata Sankyam Anudeshaha Samanam. Then, please remember Akasavarne Dirghaha. Why I should remember Akasavarne Dirghaha under Yana Sandhi? Can anyone please give me the answer?
That is the Apavada.
Why Apavada? Why it became Apavada? Which is Apavada to whom?
Savarna Dirgha Sandhi is Apavada to Yan Sandhi.
Why?
Because if the same Varna comes after the Ik, then it doesn't become Yan Sandhi, but it becomes Savarna Dirgha Sandhi.
That is true. Under what rule you say that this is apavada to it?
That is 1.4.2 Vipradishede Paramkar.
Very good. Vipratishede param karyam. And what is the param? What is the purva here?
Param.
Akasavarne dirgha is 6.1.101.
That is param.
Inasandhi is 77. Correct?
Yeah.
So param is a 101. So hence we should not apply here. Because ik includes in ak. So hence jnatavyam. Then anudit savarnasya cha apratyayah. This also we have explained. Then vipratishede param karyam. Just now we have seen. So remember, these are the sutras. This is called back end work. Back office sutras. These are the front office sutras. These are the back office sutras. Then next ayadi sandhi, which is also called yanta vantadesha sandhi because of the rule ayavayava sandhi. There one more sandhi name also is there. So different names. So don't get confused. Sutra echoya vayavaha achipare samhitayam. And please remember, yata sankyam anudeshaha samanam and vantoi pratyaye. What is this vantoi pratyaye? Anyone quickly?
When the yakara, the pratyaya comes.
What happens?
The same rule applies.
Perfect, sir. So hence this also we have to remember the back end work. Then purva rupa sandhi, eng padantadati achi purvaha, and only thing it is a apavada to echoya vayavaha. Because in echoya vayavaha also eng is there. Here also eng is there, and purva rupa sandhi is 109. Here echoya vayavaha 78. Hence 109 comes into the picture. So echoya vayavaha won't apply in this case. Even though it can apply, but it will not be applied, it will be negated by this sutra. Then pararupa sandhi 6.1.94 engi pararupam anuvrutti upasargat dhatau at samhitayam eka purva parayoho. Remember, it will not apply everywhere. Upasargat, when you use the upasarga only, okay? Then next, and here one more thing, please remember, this purva rupa sandhi, padanta, you need to be highlighted. We have seen the example, ni plus ayanam, nayati to lead. Ni is not the pada, okay? That comes different way. And pararupa sandhi, engi pararupam, this we have seen just now. And prakriti bhava sandhi. This prakriti bhava sandhi, idude dvivachanam pragruhyam. Only it applies in the dvivachanam. That too, dirgha ikarantam, dirgha ukarantam, tata ekarantam rupam. So hence, because of this particular sandhi, we have added the fourth one here. Prakriti bhavaha. Okay, is it clear? Om sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Om shanti shanti shanti. Harihi om tat tat om.